got a call from Mountain Horse, moderator of Snow West, and he asked me to come on over to Utah and try out the 2013s.
Being one of the first consumers to get a chance to sling a leg over the 2013 is it's pretty humbling, a little bit intimidating because we don't want to wreck them.
For me, this is almost like a dream come true that I could come out here and ride with this level of riders on this brand of sled.
I have had a blast. I ride a 2011 Pro. I rode a Cat last year. I got on this 2013 and it is instantly comfortable.
You have so much control on this snowmobile, carving through the trees. It's very, very nimble. It takes very little effort to ride this snowmobile. You know, the 2012 Pro, by far the best snowmobile on the market, but just wait till you guys get your hands on this 13. It's sweet.
I think the engineers have really done their homework and they've put together a sled that will take even an amateur and novice rider and put them into a category they've never been able, and take them places they've never been able to ride before.
It makes an average rider like me look like I am a good rider.
So first impression hopping on the 2013 right out of the gate was the running boards. They jump out at you and they are light years ahead of anything else out there.
These running boards are, and I've had every aftermarket running board you can think of, on an IQ platform, on these platforms, on the Pro platform, and you know, something that rolls out of the factory that you really don't have to touch and that you can stay planted on the sled. If I can't stand on the sled because there's a block of ice here, you know, and I have to stop, that's not good. I don't have to do that with this sled.
I've already stuck this thing about 3 different times today and loaded the running boards up, clear up as much as you can get them. A couple of quick steps and you've got traction on there. Even when they are loaded up with some snow, a little bit of movement from your foot and you can still feel that you've got a good grip on your running boards. You're not going to get swept off the things.
My favorite part today it's going to be a tie. It's been really cool talking with engineers and learning about the little things about why they do things to the sleds. For me, I'm a gearhead, and so that's been awesome.
The ability to have access to the people in Polaris that actually build these sleds, to me, and especially with the feedback that I give our readers on the forum, is invaluable.
Having a chance to ask them those questions in person was pretty enlightening and pretty eye-opening to see just how in-depth the process is.
And tell them little details that, hey, this is a concern that I have, and have them actually make note of it and, oh, that's a good point, let's take that back to our team and see if we can improve on that. That tells me that you guys really are listening to the riders that are out here on these sleds.
The belt drive seemed to be a huge advantage to the snowmobile, made it super lightweight. The rolling resistance, it runs out so free. You don't feel any inertia. It wants to stay on an edge. It wants to hold an edge. It never wants to go flat. There's no gyration of the sled. It just made it so smooth and drivable.
Like when you're carving in a big meadow, doing a big sweep, the 11 I find a little harder to find my tipping point, my center of gravity. And on this, you just have it. It's so easy.
It feels like it's supposed to be part of me, and all I got to do is say, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to go, and it's doing it.
5 pounds of resistance doesn't seem like much when you're just talking about it, but when you get on the sled and start pulling it over and you're holding it over there on a side hill, it makes a big difference on how long you can hold it over there and how much effort it takes to make that happen.
I get to go back home and tell everybody what I saw in the new 2013s. They may look the same, but there's a lot of changes and you feel it the minute you start moving forward. And
my message that if I could give to anybody is, get down to your Polaris dealer and snow check a 13, because these things are amazing.
If I could tell my friends who weren't fortunate enough to get to come to this thing that I ride with, one thing about this sled, you have to get on it and try it. If you're riding anything else, even the 11, we have an 11, we have a 12 Pro, both of them, this sled feels different. This sled is super easy to ride. You gotta go try it.
You've got to ride the sled. Find a way to ride this sled. It's gonna blow your mind.